All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. On the return, Jabril Peppers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that'll set them back 5. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
319. 319.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength. That's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They'll run with Chubb. Oh, he goes up top. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now, Barney.
Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Two jet.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Two jet.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And they'll run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Now let's go.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And here comes the Texans now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Come back.
To throw on second down. Watson looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Hut.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for Landry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watson now looking to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So 1:56 to play in this 1st half. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's for sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, it's Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Come back. 56, Mike, 56 right there.
Watson from the gun. He'll throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
Target. 58. Come back.
The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So we've come upon halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Escaping the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll go with the Brown attack here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Come back, come back.
From the gun, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kerryon Johnson, 76 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Watson operating from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Here's Watson to throw on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing on third down, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watson now looking to throw on second down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time. Watson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Come back, come back.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come back, come back.
And the blitz does come. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the Browns getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And again, it's Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down. Now, this works, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking because they did get it.
It worked. A give. This is Chubb. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Houston, it's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Second down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They pitch it to Chubb. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second and goal from the 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Mayfield now on second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Richmond.
Watson on first down. And he's got 4. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw is Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the third down pass falls incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. From the 50, it's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Throwing again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams, past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the I. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Here's Watson. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. A spin. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue, line it.
On first down, they go option to the right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Landry the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Coming. Double up. Double up. Coming. Double up. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone.
Now Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Browns, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.